Hello my lovely humans, welcome to Vlogmasday23, which was actually filmed on Saturday the 20th, but today when you're seeing this, I have to go to work, and as I've said before, my work days are extremely vlog boring. I mean, not that the rest of my life is particularly exciting, but I decided that it would be a good time to do another little holiday look. This is something that gives you some color and some glitz and some glam without being the same, oh, we're gonna put like some beigey color with a red lip that we see for every holiday glam, every glam look on YouTube is just gold with some brown and then a bright red lip, which don't get me wrong, that's a nice look, but I need a little more. So let's give a little more. So I already have primed my eyes and have my skincare on, and I have some lip balm on, some Jack lip balm because my lips are super dry, as is common to happen in the wintertime. And I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetic Mrs. Claus The Lit List. I always say Mrs. It's Miss Claus. It's Santa's daughter is what it's supposed to be. So the colors that we're going to be using here are Bling Bling. Oh, I can't read that. Diamonds, which is a shimmery, very shimmery silver. Maybe if I hold it this way, this will be better. Bling Bling is a glittery copper. And we're also going to be using a little bit of this color, the Grinch. This deep matte green is what we're going to be hitting there. And we are also going to be getting a little teeny bit of the spilled rum color up in here. So what we are going to start with is we're going to start with that rum color, just lightly tapping with a brush that has a bit of a flare, and we're just going to put that in the crease. And I always recommend, instead of raising your eyebrows, if you want to find your true crease, just press above where your eyeball is. Then using a flat brush, this is from Morphe, we are going to go into that Bling Bling. And this is extremely glittery. And we're going to go right across the top part of the lid. So we see how that has a lot of glitter going on. So you want to kind of press it. So this color has a lot of gold and green and silver iridescence to it. With just a hint of new copper. So like if you see a brand new penny, how it has a bit of a pinkish tone to it, slightly rose gold. That is what we have going on with this color. Then with this same brush, we're going to go right into the diamonds, that very glittery silver, and we're just going to go right into the inner corner. Then we're also going to be using Jingle Bells. So with that same brush, and this still has shimmer, but not quite as much, and we're going to go over the back end of that, because, and then going back to our starting brush, we're going to dip into the Grinch, that matte green, that forest green, and we're just going to put it right on the outer corner in more of a C shape. Then with a clean, fluffy brush, you can use whatever you have for a highlight. Then I'm going to take that Grinch color again on a liner brush and just go halfway under the outer part of the eye. and place wherever you want the most color to be. So I always like to start right at the end, and I feel like I need a little bit more color right here. Now if you want to go full holiday Christmas colors, you could also up this by going into this nice red here. This is called Velvet. And you could go right in the center. Now you just kind of want to tap here rather than blend, because if you blend green and red too much, you are going to get a very murky looking brown. And if you're not sure what colors blend well with each other or not, if you have a secondary color, whatever color, primary color doesn't make that secondary color, that's going to make a muddy brown, weird blackish color. So green, blue, and yellow make green. Red and green are going to make a muddy color. Yellow and red make orange. Orange and blue are going to make a muddy color, etc. And also anything on the opposite side of the color wheel, exact same concept. So blue and red make purple, purple and yellow clash and are on opposite ends of the color wheel. So you just want to tap just so there's a slight little overlap over the two, and that's what having that brown is going to help you do. Remove at least some of that excess glitter before we put the rest of our face on. So I'm going to go ahead and put some color corrector right underneath the eye. I'm just sort of placing and swiping nice and gently. Everything is so dry. I'm going to be using a blendy brush just to really get into our little under eye crevices here. Bloop, bloop. And then we're going to get into our face. So I'm going to start with a primer. This is the Sealed Topicals primer. You can use whatever primer you want. I'm actually going to use two today. So this one's going to do a lot of filling in of the face and smoothing, but I'm also going to be using this Niacinamide Yummy Skin Glow Serum. Got a little sample of this, and this is just a nice, because again, this is a holiday look. And when I want to do a holiday party kind of look, skin tint from Wet n Wild. This has 5% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. And I do the swiping because this dropper is not a very reliable dispenser. Because quite frankly, this is more of a cream product and not as liquidy as the name might suggest. And so for me, I'm like, this product is actually a little too thick for a dropper. Pump would have been much more preferred. And then we're just gonna blend in. I'm gonna go in with a highlighter. I like to do my highlight before my blush. Little on the nose, little here, whatever's left here, and then pull it above the eyes. It's just because I always feel like this is where the sun naturally hits off of you. Then I'm going to go in with my blush, and I'm using more of a neutral blush. This is Deep Throat from NARS, and it's still a pretty color, but I don't like to go, when my eyes are getting all of the attention, I don't need to make my blush give me attention. I just need a little hint of color because you don't want to look blank in the rest of your face when your eyes are this intense. It just makes you look, I mean, you can do what you want, it's your face, but I'm just saying it does look a little bit off when your eyes are intense and have color and glitter going on and the rest of your face is just completely matte. It just doesn't look balanced and can make you look a little off. Speaking of balance, another thing I highly recommend is getting some bronzer. Some people don't like to bronze in the winter because they're like, it's okay to look more pale in the winter. But again, when you have the crazy eyes going on, or fun eyes, I should say, when you have fun eyes going on, when you have that little bit of color everywhere else, and you just kind of need to do a light 3. You don't need to do a lot over here. And then I just use whatever's left, kind of squiggle the rest around. And that way you have a little bit of color to the rest of the face. It's not just this, because against fun eyes like this, it makes the rest of the face look so much more pale and flat. And again, it's just not going to look right. And also the reason why I like to do the highlighter before the blush when I'm not using a shimmery no highlight blush is because since it goes on top of there, you don't have just this straight streak of light right there. And it also helps blend down over the highlight that you put everywhere else. And then just gonna take a little bit of powder after everything else is said and done. I'm just gonna take a nice big, and I tell you what, these big loose powders like to go everywhere. But I put it on a big brush, and I'm gonna start from the top, and we're just gonna, or like swatch a blush or bronzer somewhere. That helps blend that out even further. So there we go. Now that we have face done, we're gonna return to the eyes and get these nice and shaped up. Bangs are back in place, lashes have been curled. I'm going in with the Calliray Come Hell or High Water. It's this purple, pink, blue blend. And you just apply mascara. Highly recommend a waterproof mascara, just because chances are, depending on where you live in the world, you're probably going to be traveling to holiday parties, events, dinners, and whatever in not pleasant weather, whether that be rain, sleet, snow. Just cold wind can make your eyes tear up if it's hitting you right in the face. So, and now I'm going to use a brown liner so that it doesn't overwhelm the rest of the eyes. Now, some people, they get really hyped about when you do eyeliner. You can do eyeliner before mascara if you want to, but nothing happens. And there, yeah, nothing bad has ever happened to me doing liner after mascara. Again, it's your comfort level, like it's your face. I'm not going to tell you how to rock your face. I'm just giving you a tutorial idea if you're interested. Then the last thing, got some lips. Very customizable. You can stick with just a neutral thing because there is a lot going on with the eyes. What I like to do is just tap a little bit of red. So you can still use red, it just doesn't have to be super intense. And then top it off with a shimmery gloss of choice. This is Moon Maybelline Lifter Gloss. Because if you're going to have all this glitter up here and having absolutely no shimmer on the lips, that just doesn't make sense to me. And also this makes your lips feel so pillowy soft, which we often need when, again, wind is blowing at face. And then, of course, anytime we're going out, face spray. And that is our little holiday look. I hope that you enjoyed this fun, more colorful glam look. And yes, it is a lot, but it's the holidays, and so we can be a little more shimmery, a little more glittery, and a little more glam. So have a good holiday season. Happy holidays for whatever you celebrate. And I hope that I either help give you a distraction if things are going rough, or give you ideas, or just make you feel better, give you something joyful to look at and watch. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, my lovely humans. Happy Vlogmas. Almost there.